talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell. Hey, I can tell this is the start of something fresh. Shout out Hex Revision and on the Hex, yes. I confess, Hexicans don't stress, cause as a community we one up. So tell me, are you in, or tell me, are you out? Do you want to win, or do you chase the clout? What is this really about? The treasury and lottery. If you meant dark tokens, you can get a part of it. So how does it work? Let me explain. First you buy the dark token, now you're in the game. Then you mint the dark and get a fuel cell. That's an NFT, one that earns yield. As long as you have it, it feels like magic. But if you vaporize the NFT, that's tragic. So most think crypto is a game. Are you here for the fame, or here to make a name? See, Hexicans reign, we create our own lane. I thought I told you, we the new financial gain. AGproject.io with the flow. And if you know what I know, then you know what I know. That's how it go. Something like to support the team, the dream. Public service announcement, t.me/anti-gravity saga. Hit the telegram. Tap in. It's for y'all. I'm talking AGP, anti-gravity project. I respect staying true to the tech. We got the evil address and the pink Miss Will. Got the dark matter token going up, I can tell.
Hey kids, this is Pulse Ray Vision coming to you live from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. Again, another morning stream, morning for me, with my coffee. Grab your coffee, kids, and let's see what's going on in the market today. Let's figure out Wen Moon. Moon is, well, I guess Wen Moons is actually a better question. I should change the name of this to Wen Moons. If you're in Bitcoin, if you bought Bitcoin anytime in the before last year, you're up. You're up. I mean, well, actually, in the time of the last month, you're up. So congratulations. This is Moon. Wen Moon right now, if you're in Bitcoin. Ethereum, not so much. In Ethereum, we've got a ways to go just to hit previous all-time high. And then there's Pulse Chain, and then there's Dark. So like Dark will moon with Pulse Chain. However, it'll probably have its spike at the end. You know, after Pulse Chain and Hex spike and start coming back down again, whatever surge they hit, that's when some of the altcoins, I believe, in Pulse Chain are going to get their last kick, their moon, you know, their official moon. So that's just some way to look at the market here and time, what you guys want to do. Here's a link to join stream. I've got this in our Telegram. I've got this on Twitter. Got the link as well on Twitter. Red Squirrel's in the house. What's up, Red Squirrel? Good morning. Mid-afternoon here. Still drinking coffee. Yeah, it's always a good time. Unless you're going to bed, it's probably a good time for coffee. Morning, Dark Dad. Good morning, Moonmutt. Good to see you, buddy. I'm just going to jump in here and say hi, touch base with what's going on in the market, what's going on in dark matter, and we'll go from there. We also have a new art participant here, so I'll show you guys that here really quick because I freeze my cute little face here. I'll take this all down. There we go. So if you guys are over on X, the dumpster fire that we dance around in crypto, it's our dumpster fire. Let me actually post that right here. It's yeah, crypto Twitter is our dumpster fire. Yeah, here's our dumpster fire crypto Twitter. all sanity breaking out. But if you go over here to communities and you go to the collective, we have grown from 54 members in this little group to 73 members. Wow, someone just joined, just barely joined as I was doing this stream. Let's see, who do we have here? We've got Tangent in the house. We've got Expensive Taste. That's awesome. We have Matt T-Share, the newest newest member. Congratulations and welcome, Mr. Matt T-Share. Thank you for joining us. But if you go here to the to this collective, this is where we're going to have the art contest. This is where we hold the art contest. We have this new one right here from Bright Light, the founder of the Yep token. You're so lucky. Let's go to the nebula together. And they've got my my painting from Hex-Ray Chick on a paint date night that we did a while back up in the I don't think this is how you ride on a rocket. I mean, it looks like fun, but he's got the Dark Matter logo. He's got the 7 right here for Journey 7, agproject.io. I'm not going to say this is not a bad entry at all. Give it some love. Give it some reposts right here. People are responding to this post, unfortunately, where I said, here's, right here, post. Yeah, it's kicking it off. Post your entries here. This was bad wording. What I meant was post them here in the collective. So I've just been reposting them to the collective themselves right here. And so, yeah, give this one some likes and some reposts, and you can repost them to everybody. But here's our second entry. Our first entry from CryptoCap 46, the collective revolt poem, and this really, really sinister and beautiful image of darkness swallowing up this moon right here. I'm a big fan. We'll have to read this again when my voice isn't so froggy, but this is a great one. This one's already got 6 votes. It's on its way to the final 4. Yeah, join our group. Come hang out with us here. This is where we hang out. Let's check out our website, agproject.io. If you go to the home screen, then you'll see this kind of clock right in the middle here. It only has 4 segments: lottery 1, 2, 3, and minting. So every journey starts with a minting phase of 11 days. And after the minting, there are 3 lottery journeys and 3 lottery drawings, and then it starts over again. And we've done this 6 times. So we've had 6 mints and, 3 lotteries per mint. So what is that? 5, 15. We've had 15 lotteries drawing so far. And we've had 6 mints, and we're about to have our 16th lottery, or the first lottery in Journey 6, 3 days, 6 hours, 54 minutes, and some change. So this is, if you guys want to know where we're at in this entire journey, and this is Journey 6 of 33. There are 33 journeys that are going on. We're on Journey 6, and we'll see what day we're on. We might actually, that'd be cool if we had like the day somewhere on here of this journey, or of the entire game. You got the Pink Mist Well game, which is a great place to degen. You can play that with Pulse by connecting your wallet, and the winner walks with a bunch of dark. You got the minting, which is not open for another 25 days until you can mint the next journey, which will be Journey 7, which was why we're showing you guys that art for Journey 7. And then you've got view my fuel cells, and this is usually where I try to give you guys as much alpha and heads up as possible. And in this one, you can see with this pie chart how popular, or how many users were active in minting these fuel cells. So the bigger the piece of pie, the more fuel cells there are in that specific journey. As you can see, there's a skinny number 8 right here, 8% right here from Journey 5. That is the smallest so far. And we believe that Journey 6, after the collective, if the collective, hacks and vaporizes the evil address out of here, that'll take this number from 56,000 down to about 17 or 18,000. And if it takes us down to 17 or 18,000, then this will be the smallest by far. Right now it's at 17%. It will probably be smaller than Journey 5 once that's recalibrated. Now, why does that matter how big of a pie you have? Well, everyone inside of your journey is competing for the same payment from the treasury. As you see at the very top, it says dark in treasury 345,000. So over a third of the entire supply is locked in the treasury right now, and it gets paid out at the end of every journey. So every 45 days, every single one of these NFTs gets paid out a portion of dark. And as you can see, Journey 1 has accumulated half a dark. Journey 2 has accumulated 40%. Journey 3, 20%. Journey 4, 12%. Journey 5, 10%. And Journey 6 will get paid out in 25 days. So every single one of these acts like a piggy bank. So every NFT is a piggy bank that gets paid every 45 days from the treasury. And the fewer people that you have to compete with in this game of chicken, the higher your yield is from the treasury. And the faster you're going to hopefully get an APY on your dark. So you put one dark in to mint one fuel cell, which is a lottery ticket for 33 days. And then it turns into a piggy bank and it just keeps filling up with dark. At the same time that the NFTs are bloating with dark, the treasury is going to be exhausted. The treasury is going to be emptied and pouring into the NFTs. So this entire supply of dark, there's less than 1 million tokens, by the way, right here. This is the smart contract that you see right here on Pulse Chain Scan. And this is also the smart contract at the top of all of our pages. You can just copy that to make sure you have the right token. But like I said, if you look at this, if you go to Treasury, 109,000, about 10% of the entire supply has already been paid out to the NFTs. And a third of the supply is sitting in the Treasury. And then if you go to Pulse Chain Scan and you look at the evil address, which ends in B63, there's 35% of the whole supply waiting to be minted into that system. So the evil address mints everything eventually. All of this third will be depleted and it'll get pumped into the treasury. It'll get pumped into the to the jackpot box. And then you see that then you have the mystery box down here, which has also been giving away a lot of dark and been providing liquidity. It's also been doing giveaways and rewards. So that's quite interesting that all this is really locked into the community and into the game. The biggest whale outside of the ecosystem up here in the top 4 has less than 4%. And then the pink mist whale has about 1.5%. And this whale right here that's got these 3 addresses, it appears that they have these 3 addresses. They're at, 2.25 right here, I believe. Yeah, so they're about 2.25. And then you have less than a third of a percent, or about a third of a percent locked in liquidity in the biggest pair, which I'm guessing that this is the biggest pair of pink mist whale right there. So basically, I'm just trying to give you an overview. Like I said, here at agproject.io, we're all gambling. We're all playing, poker, or blackjack, or Uno, whatever you want to say. We're all playing. The game is rigged. Everything's rigged. Like real estate's rigged, stock market's rigged. Those of you that are trading on Robinhood, that stuff is super rigged, man. It's all rigged. And even cryptos, Hex is rigged. Hex is rigged with the OA, and it rewards the people who stake and hold on to Hex. In dark, the game is rigged. However, it's rigged to reward the people that are minting NFTs and also going back and selectively getting as many of these NFTs off the secondary market as possible. So there's a couple of marketplaces where you can get older journeys. And in those marketplaces, such as Pulse Market App or Minter.ai, you've got these for sale. Some people are actually selling some of their piggy banks right now that are filling up with with dark. And as you tell, there's only half a dark in these Journey 1s right here. There's 40% of it dark right here, but they're all about to get paid in 25 days, and they will continue to get paid every 45 days until the treasury is completely depleted, and then they'll still be paid dust, but they'll be paid a very significant amount of dark all the way through, I believe, journey 8 that we've been projecting. So I would recommend getting as many of these as possible. The other thing I would recommend is to play take advantage of the Pink Miss Well deal. So in the Pink Miss Well deal, you can right here, this tweet. Let me copy this link and just put it in our chat so you guys can find this tweet. But if you go to this tweet, you can buy 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens. You can send them to the Pink Miss Well, and then you'll receive 10 Journey 6 fuel cells and 1 dark. Now, 10 Journey 6 fuel cells are really interesting because those are the live lottery tickets. And if you go back to our website and click on lottery, you can see that there's 11,000 dark that are going to be paid out in the next 3 drawings, the first one being in 3 days and 6 hours. But the evil address has indicated that it is going to, if you click on evil up here at the top, it's indicated that it is ready to flip the switch and try to roll as many of the jackpot tokens that it holds in previous journeys into journey 6. So if this button goes live at some point during the next 25 days, you'll see a huge bonus drop into this table right here. And that completely changed the payout from 1 1/4, 3 3/4, 7 1/2 to possibly 1 1/4, 3 3/4, 20 dark. You could get 20 dark back on the low side, I believe, when this is switched. So you might want to get as many of these as possible. And you can get 1 million of those tokens for $173. That's interesting because it used to be, goodness gracious. Yeah, it used to be $110. So for $110 down here at this dip, you could have got 1 million. You also could have got 1 million for, oh my gosh, like $12 down here. Could have got 1 million Pink Miss Well for $12 when it dropped. Oh man, you could have got 1 million Pink Miss Well for $7 when the Pink Miss Well was giving it away. Unfortunately, we were feeding the bots, so we quit doing those, folks. Anyways, like I was saying, for 173 plus some slippage, not too much slippage because this does have 35 grand of liquidity, so it's not zero liquidity, but it is low. This is hitting an all-time, running up towards breaking out of this chain, we'll just say. So $173 will get you 10 lottery tickets, and every lottery ticket statistically has a 1 in 21 chance of winning. So if you get about 21, statistically you should win at least 1, but this is the lottery, it's random. So I would get as many as you could at these prices. So you'd be getting for about $17. And this kind of goes to show why you want to mint. Because if you were minting, you could have gone and bought dark during the minting phase for $5 and minted a J6 lottery ticket. Now, because that window is closed and there's never going to be any more J6 NFTs, only less as people vaporize them, especially as the evil address gets vaporized, there will be much less. That being the case, that's why you definitely want to mint. Now, right now, you can buy dark for $7.62. You can buy a bunch of dark right now and get ready for the next mint. I highly, highly recommend that you buy the dark down here at these prices instead of missing the next mint and then trying to buy 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens. Because remember, 1 million Pink Miss Well, 1 million Pink Miss Well tokens at its previous high was, let's see, 300, it's somewhere between $350 and $400 is what it costs for 1 million tokens up here. And remember, you're sending these to a diamond-handed well that has not been selling except for back here when it was pumping dark. So this could go up dramatically as it gets more and more scarce. Scarcity is such a great fundamental. It's such a great tokenomic being scarce. So I don't know, like $173 might be insane if you win a few lotteries, and if the price of dark goes to the stratosphere someday. I'm just saying. Just saying. Make sure you come here, go to view my fuel cells, connect your wallet, see what league you are, see how many more NFTs you need to go up to the next league, and check your cash value right here. You can do the current price. It'll show you the cash value of your NFTs if you were to vaporize and cash out today. You can do the all-time high, and you can do my favorite, which is Moon Math. And remember, Bitcoin's scarcity is 20 million, and it's not going to hit that number till the year 2140. It's done kind of an infinite X, actually. I mean, you could get like 1,000 for a penny back in the day if you knew the handful of people working on it. But it's done pretty well. We'll jump in there in just a second. See, went from there to 118,000 right now. So that's a pretty amazing X that something can do when it gets the attention of a lot of people. And Bitcoin definitely has the most attention right now out of every token. That's why the market cap's the highest. It has the most economic energy in it because it's garnering the most attention. And remember, money isn't real. Money is a shared fiction. So the more people that agree something has value and can be used as money, the more valuable it gets, especially if it has a limited supply. Now, this is the crazy thing. We have 21 times less supply than Bitcoin. Granted, we don't have as much attention, and that's what we're here working on, is getting attention and spreading the word and developing the story and the meaning and the game. But yeah, we're 21 times more scarce than Bitcoin on supply alone. And then when you consider, I don't know how much of Bitcoin is in quote unquote diamond hands, but I know that 97.5% of dark matter is locked up in diamond hands or in smart contracts. So if that's the case, and there's only roughly, like I said, there's roughly 25,000 dark available on the market. When a bunch of money pumps into Hex and Pulse Chain, and people are looking for a place to make their next 1,000x, 100x, 400x, whatever it is at that point, and they find out about dark and they say, wait a minute, there's only, well, and by that time, there will probably be a lot less than 25,000. Let's say there's 15,000 or something like that available of dark, and we're on journey 12. Well, then people are going to have to go to the market. They're going to have to buy dark, and they're going to have to, if they want to mint and play the lottery, if they want to mint and get paid from the treasury, they're going to have to buy the token. That's the only token that we accept. And as you can see, this bull was a upside down opposite bull, and this bear is an upside down bear. This is the first. Is this the first bear? Yeah, this one has got a little pump right here. Journey 3 got a little pump on this last bear. This one got a huge dump and then a pump with the minting, but wow, that's the pumpiest little bear I've ever seen. And I think we might, obviously the whole market's going up, which helps, Hart's Law. But yeah, this is going to be interesting to see what the price of dark does going into this mega jackpot on Journey 3. Drawing 3 coming up here in about 25 days. Just thinking out loud. Hex T's in the house. Ahoy, mates. Hello, Max. Red Squirrel. Yep, there we are. Crypto Twitter is our dumpster fire. I'm gonna bring in there. I got you in here. We can hear you if you're unmuted, Hex T. And let's check on Old Man Bitcoin. And Ethereum looks like Old Man Bitcoin is still ranging around 119, 118.19. Hoping to see a huge punch up if we get some rates lowered, the interest rate lowered. We can get a pump if a few more people or governments announce that they are going to be buying a reserve of Bitcoin and they start moving money into there, or if the 401ks and those kind of things start moving some into there. That could be a nice leg up. I'd like to see 2 really strong legs up on Bitcoin. I think that, I think Bitcoin could easily do, let's see, it did let's actually go to max. So from this all-time high right here, 20K, it did a 3x to 60K, roughly 60K, right? So it did a 3x from this peak. Let's say a 3x from 60. If it repeats and does another 3x, that's a lot. Usually it does less every time, but let's just get hopeful here. So 3x from 60K is 180K. So I think we could definitely see 150K, maybe 180K of Bitcoin if things get really crazy and the pendulum swings. You could see 250,000 Bitcoin, but I think we might have to wait for the next cycle to see it go over 250,000. And that would be, in 20, let's see, this was 17. Yeah, 17. This was the end of 17. So the end of 17, the end of 21, well, towards the end of 21, and this is towards the end of 25. So yeah, it's slipping a few months back, but maybe sometime in the winter, we could be seeing the peak of Bitcoin right there. So, and then of course, once that loses its dominance and falls, a lot of that money flows into Ethereum. And Ethereum is kind of interesting because it had a peak of $1,200 back in 2018. So you'll notice that is a year after Bitcoin's peak. And then it did it almost did a 4x. So from peak to peak, it almost did about a 4x. And so if it does a 4x again, or even a 3x, so a 3x would give us, 15,000 Bitcoin, just under 15,000, Ethereum would be a 3x. And then a 4x would be quite a bit more. Yeah, 4x would be around 9,000. No, that's not right. 47. Here. $4,700. I should be able to do this in my head. Times 4x, that equals 18. Yeah, so we're about 18, 19K would be like a really frothy top for Ethereum. And then, of course, you go into Pulse Chain or Hex. And Hex is totally different because Hex peaked in October of 2022. So see, this peaked in November of 21. About a year later is when Hex peaked. So if the same thing rhymes and we're about, a year and a few months, a year and maybe a year and a half from Bitcoin's peak, and then we're 2.5 years from Ethereum's peak, then we could be 3.5 years from Hex's next peak. Now, that's not to say that we couldn't be very high on the way to there. That's just saying that's how it would rhyme time-wise. Xerox Bistro, they've got some new cool coins up here. You got Magic Carpet Ride on a discount. ST3's got a discount. STPLS has a discount. And Actuator token is a little out of the money. However, depending on slippage, you might walk away with a really good deal in DAI. It looks like they're accepting DAI for a bunch of Actuator tokens. So someone has been listening here and been putting some Actuator tokens up for sale. I think I'll do that on tomorrow's stream. Maybe we'll collect our Actuator tokens over here and throw them on Bistro. Bistro is the best place to buy and sell your tokens right now, especially without wanting to feed the bots and with some of the volatility going on. So Actuator token, as you can see, this has been, we put about $60 into this 125 days ago, and we've earned 213 Hex. We've earned some trading fees in Hex Time Token 7,000 and Hex, and we've also earned 40,000 actuator tokens, which right now are worth about $16. So $16 on top of the increase in the price appreciation. That is some insane rewards. I would highly recommend any of you guys that are sitting on Liquid Hex or Hex at all to check that out. Market, we've got a nice pump going on with Pink Miss Well. We've got a nice pump going on with Dark. We've got a nice pump going on with Actuator. Look at this. Actuator is still fighting, is clawing its way out of that dip right there. Homie don't play that. That one is also climbing up out above 2 cents today. Hex is well above a penny, looking very healthy today. It's really bounced off this line in a big way. And so we'll see if it comes down and test this line again as people are violent, as weak hands are violently shaken out. Wrap Pulse is looking nice. It's broken out of this triangle right here. That consolidation is looking good. Let's see, Dark and Hex, that one is up to $8. Dark and Nope is up to $7.44. No Permissions is bouncing up to 0003, almost 0004. Solid X is doing even better. It's up here testing its previous highs right now at $12.78. Let's see here. Dark and Pink Miss Well. This is the one with 22 grand of liquidity. It's at $8.22, pumping nicely. Proof of no work. Let's jump. That one is chugging along and working is this range right here. Magic Carpet Ride, that one that is for sale right now at a discount on 0x Bistro. That one is headed towards its all-time high. The print token from Ink Printer. Let's get these death candles out of the way. Yeah, that one is back up to this range right here that it was before that insane upside down champagne bottle dump. Pulsex is also working to get to the top of this consolidation range. So we'll see if it busts out of here or if it comes back down. If it comes back down and test this line, might be a good time to grab some of that. Carpe Diem, first retirement fund on the blockchain, is just ripping right now, completely ripping up. For those of you that got into this and have been using this, this has some great scarcity in it. That's what it's based on. And this is a retirement fund that you can pass on to your kids or your loved ones once you're gone. So this is like superior to a 401k or, a retirement fund there. And then of course we've got the Fitzgerald Company. Fitzgerald Company continuing its run right here. It's just taken off. Beautiful. Congratulations to everyone that got into that. Hex Time Tokens is following Hex. Hex Time Token 7,000 is about 007 range. Hex Time Token 5,000 is a little bit higher in the 007 range, and Hex Time Token 3,000, which these are going to be matured in about 3 years. This one's up to a penny, so it's right on the hills of Hex. And then of course the Ink token, check this out. Yeah, you got the Ink token going on here. It's just bouncing up, looking nicely. Hopefully it comes out of this range right here. Let's check out the Ink token against Pulse. Yeah, it's doing pretty good. It's got another range. It's found a higher range there with against Pulse. So it's doing better than Pulse right there. Okay, Hocus Pocus is a great place to see your yield farms. So we have a yield farm going on in Actuator where we're getting paid Actuator tokens. There's also yield farms where you get Homie Don't Play That. You get there's some no permissions farming tokens, some 2FLUX farming protocols, and you can see them all here. You can claim them, you can invest, you can withdraw, you can do all this stuff. We'll probably do this on tomorrow's stream. I'll show you guys how to grab that. Don't sleep. Don't sleep on these for sale. I know a couple of them have been bought according to our alerts in the Telegram group. But right now there are just a handful for sale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11 for sale. And as you can see, the price goes up higher and higher and higher. So here's someone selling for 29, 30, 31, 32, 32, 33, 35, 40. The price is going to be going up as people, they're basically giving you a good deal on the first one to incentivize acting quickly. Coin Market League, we have completely dominated and taken over. This one right here, continue to keep the heat on this. Keep Hex number one. I want all these people in the top 10 that come to check on their stuff. I want them to wonder what the heck is Hex. Make sure you give some love, of course, to Dark Matter, our baby. We want to give it a little bit of shine as well. We'll share that on X. You can connect this on X, and it will it'll actually tag them in there. They've been really good with that. F1, we had a really interesting Belgian race going on this weekend. Next weekend is Hungary. So if you're hungry for some more F1 streaming, we will be coming at you with that. Squirrels Out Pro. Shout out to Red Squirrel. He's cooking up some really, really cool stuff in this ecosystem. This is an entire ecosystem here. And his friends and partners are all people that we, most of all people that we like and get along with. That's saying a lot in crypto. We got two things in beta here. We got token and hordeboard in beta that are being worked on continuously. We have the Nuts token and the Squirrels NFT, which these two in development, the Sentinel and Trinity, are all going to be part of what ties all those together. Again, Dark Matter, once you get to the bottom page, the first 50, a lot of these are liquidity pairs. But if you get down to the 50th address that holds dark, they have 87 dark. You don't have enough dark, people. You don't have enough dark. You don't have enough fuel cells. Pink Miss Well. Let's see if any more has been sent to the Pink Miss Well. Sitting at 68.24%. I think there has been a million or two that have been sent here. We'll keep updating this, but this person right here sitting on 93 million. That's quite interesting. Right there. We'll see what they do. We'll see what this person with 14 million, 10 million, 3 million. These people probably bought it when it was like $7 for $1 million. And then, of course, the fuel cells, there's fewer of these every day. They're fighting for, fighting for yield. So check that out. And then cheers, Pulse Wave Vibe. All right, guys, I've got to bust out and get to I gotta get let me turn my little face on here on the camera. There we go. All right, so everyone, I hope you guys achieve the level you want. The Pulsar Poseidon that's behind me right now. Hope you guys get to the highest leagues in these NFTs while they're cheap. I mean, like I said, right now you can get dark for about $7 and you can mint in 25 days. Right now you can get a J6 fuel cell for about $15 of Pink Miss Well. So don't sleep, as Pulse Wave Vibe says. Don't sleep on this pre-6 the party. Oh, it's $17. So it's about $17 right now in Pink Miss Well to get a Pink Miss Well, to get a J6 before the lottery. And this lottery is going, I'm pretty sure this lottery is going to set records. I believe in this lottery. Those who win the big lottery, the mega jackpot, are going to receive more dark than they minted with. That's insane. So we'll see how that plays out. I love you guys. Remember that you matter and what you do matters, and that you guys have incredible value, more than I think even we understand, that you can wrap your head around. You're incredibly valuable. We'll love you guys. We'll be jumping in here tomorrow, probably tomorrow morning. Grab your coffee, join us, and ciao. Bye.